Over the last year, I've seen market shifted. So I have to adapt and change my investment strategies from focusing heavily in long-term appreciation to finding ways to optimize rental potentials. So currently, I own 9 units across 2 states. Most of my rental properties are here in the Bay Area. I've learned some lessons along the way, shifting from long-term rental to short-term, mid-term rentals. Today, I would like to go into what problems I've encountered and what solutions I've come up with. I have been helping clients buy and sell real estate here in San Francisco Bay Area and Silicon Valley over the last 17 years. If you're interested in building your net worth through real estate, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so there will be new tips coming your way every week. Problem number 1, short-term rentals may not be allowed in your city. So I would, before you go into try to figure out how to rent out a room or rent out a portion of your house, do check with your city to find out whether it is allowed to do Airbnb and VRBO in your city. Many of the cities, because of the housing shortage, creating rules to only allow people to rent their property for 30 days or more. And some cities require that you obtain a permit if you would to do Airbnb and VRBO. So do check with your city to find out what is allowed and what is not allowed. Problem number 2, there are more competitions on popular platforms such as Airbnb and VRBO. A lot of people find this a great way to rent out a portion of their properties on a short-term basis. So in general, we see more listings on those platforms. Now the platforms are redoing their algorithms and they are more shifting towards unique rentals such as tree houses or dome or luxury glamping tents. So those got featured more, and some of the more traditional Airbnbs such as a condominiums or a detached cottage that's considered accessory dwelling units don't rank as high when somebody do a search on Airbnb and VRBO. So do navigate through kind of those platforms and try to find features that really pop out. Usually the rule of thumb is to do research of your competition. If you have an ADU in your backyard that you want to rent out on Airbnb, find out what similar rentals are charging around there. And not only find out the daily rental rates, find out the booking rates. AirDNA.com provide wonderful data in the short-term rental space. I know that there's a 7-day free trial, so do subscribe to that, and just to understand what's the level of competition like, what's the seasonality like, what are the booking rates, how many nights a month do you have to fill the space for it to be worthwhile. So do those research, understand your numbers before you go into it. So if you want to know what features to include on your photos and to furnish your home, watch this video right here on what I did to my rentals to make them stand out on those platforms. Problem number 3, you have to please your guests. On Airbnb and VRBO, there are ways for guests to rate and leave reviews of your listing. And a bad review could potentially cost you money because we are in a review economy virtually on everything right now. So does rental space. Your guests want to read the review from your previous guests to decide whether this is a worthwhile booking or not. So you're kind of essentially in the hospitality business where you have to please your guests. You need to care about whether they're going to write you a 5-star review or not. So what that would translate to is that you want to make sure that they have a great guest experience. Is everything working? Are there comfortable beds, clean linens? Guests care a lot about whether a place is clean or not. So you want to make sure you are connected to a wonderful cleaning crew who could turn the property around. Sometimes they only have 3 hours to show up, get the property clean, change the sheet, wash the linens, get it ready for your next group of guests that's checking out on the same day in the afternoon. So make sure you are connected with strong cleaners. If you don't live there locally, make sure you have a local emergency contact. For example, one of my properties, the AC failed in the middle of the summer, so I have to get a HVAC technician to go out there and make the machine works on short notice. So make sure that you are connected to a local handyman, someone who could clean the property on short notice, and someone who could clean the property reliably well every time. If you're watching this video, I know you're interested in building long-term wealth through real estate. To get more tips, download my mini courses, the link below, to number 1, learn how to build long-term appreciation on your property. Number 2, how to get your mortgage interest and your expenses paid for by renting out a portion of your home. Number 3, how to pay as little capital gain taxes as possible. So download my mini course for free at below link. Now you know the problems you could encounter doing short-term rentals on Airbnb and VRBO. Watch this video right here on how I generate $11,000 a month from my triplex in San Jose.